might be going crazy, I don't know what to do. My heart is screaming for you, babe. And what I'm trying to say is that you make the sky look blue, even when it is gray, babe. Every time I'm feeling down, you can make it go away. Your light is shining bright on me, got no reason to be afraid. You're glowing in the dark, you're glowing in the dark, glowing in the dark. I feel it in my heart. You're glowing in the dark, glowing in the dark. Yeah, you're glowing in the dark. You can make it go away. Glowing in the dark. You can make it go away. Glowing in the dark. Can't stop looking at you, you're like a firefly. Guide me out of the woods now. Oh, I think I lost my way, but got you to help me back. Tell me what I should do now. Every time I'm feeling down, you can make it go away. Your light is shining bright on me, got no reason to be afraid. You're glowing in the dark, you're glowing in the dark, glowing in the dark. I feel it in my heart. You're glowing in the dark, glowing in the dark. Yeah, you're glowing in the dark. You can make it go away. Glowing in the dark. You can make it go away. Glowing in the dark. You're glowing in the dark. You're glowing in the dark. Glowing in the dark. Glowing in my heart. You're glowing in the dark. Glowing in the dark. Yeah, you're glowing in the dark. You can make it go away. Glowing in the dark. You can make it go away. You're glowing in the dark.
Hello, my friends. How are you? Sorry, kind of nervous here. I haven't done this in a few weeks. Feels kind of awkward. But how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hey, Julie, how are you? Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I know people come and go. It's fine. I have not done a live in, gosh, not all this month. So it's been since September. But we are going to do an autumn Q&A. I was doing questions out of the 3,000 questions about me book that one of my sons had gotten me for my birthday for September. But it's autumn now, and I thought it'd be fun to go through a bunch of questions about the autumn season. And if anyone would like this list for themselves to maybe answer on their own video or a blog post or whatever you want them for, just email me and I will send them to you in a PDF form or a regular Word document, however you want it. But let's hop into it. I have 100 fall-related questions that you can ask grown-ups in the month of October to spark conversations and share the autumn spirit. 1, what is your favorite thing about the fall season? Mine, I don't know. To me, autumn is so much like spring. It's like a new beginning, a rebirth, even though it's not a rebirth time. That's when leaves are falling. It's a time to let things go, I think, is one of the best ways to explain it. Autumn to me, I get to release things that I've been holding on to that are no longer serve me. It's time to harvest. It's time to pull in all your crops that you have planted, so to speak. Hey Faye, how are you? I I just love the autumn season. It's one of my favorites. Football is on and we are a football family. I have not watched a whole lot of games this year, but I've watched some. Um that's awesome. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Um I love the fact that people are drawn into their families a little bit more during the autumn season. The colors of the leaves are amazing to me. I don't see many of them here because all of our trees are oak trees. And as you know, oak trees just stay green or they die. But if your leaves are dying, then that means your tree needs water. But um, we at our old house we had a maple tree and it would turn the most beautiful of yellow gold colors this time of year. I loved it. So if you see me posting pictures about leaves, they're not from around me. They're pictures that I have found online because that is what I envision autumn is, those colors everywhere. But here in Texas, we unless you have a maple tree, our maple tree would go from orange to red to yellow. But um, that's awesome. Yeah, our maple tree would put out a ton of leaves for the little tree that it was. But we have just one little oak tree in our front yard. I don't think my neighbors on either side have a tree in their front yard. But I love football. I love all the holiday movies that are coming on Hallmark starting today. Woohoo. So if you love Hallmark Christmas movies, you can turn it on now and they are on. I woke up to them being on instead of Reba. So that was fun. That was a fun little reminder. I love cooking casseroles, warm, comforting foods. There's so much about autumn that I do love. Do you have any special fall traditions? We always make scarecrow guts. I have a recipe, if you want to call it that, a video here on the channel, if you want to go Google that. It's really just peanuts, candy corn, and M&Ms mixed together. That's scarecrow guts. I try to get the fall color M&Ms. Oh, that's fun. I don't really like a whole lot of scary movies. I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to that, though. I like watching weird movies like Ma. I don't know if you've ever seen Ma, but those psychotic kind of people that just, I don't know. I don't know. That was a good movie. It was interesting, to say the least. To watch it with teenage boys was quite funny. But we always make scarecrow guts, and of course, football. I used to always go to neighbor's house with my husband. We'd always hit different garages. Those garages are still open. I just need to go out and join in. What is your go-to fall beverage? What is your go-to fall beverage? What do you like to drink during the fall? I'm always drinking water, but I love me a pumpkin spice latte. Call me What you will. I am a pumpkin spice latte. Me too. I'm very basic. I don't know what it is about that pumpkin spice though. It just gets you hooked. I used to like hot apple cider too. Um, out of the Keurig, the K cups. That is pretty yummy. It's just like hot apple juice, but I don't know. There's something comforting about it. When you don't want that extra caffeine. Oh, that's nice. When I was doing keto and Atkins, I always made a crustless pumpkin pie, which was basically just your same pumpkin pie filling, just without the crust. Excuse me. Okay, pumpkin spice latte or apple cider? Of course, pumpkin spice latte will win it every time. But I do like hot apple cider too. Have you ever been apple picking? No, I have not, because we do not have apple trees down this way. That's nice. That's how when I lost all my weight, I lost it on Atkins and keto. My mind goes the wrong way when I get on it. I get overboard. And I have to kind of watch that. So I just count calories. But I have never been apple picking. I would love to go, but I've never been. What's your favorite fall dessert? Hmm. My favorite fall dessert, gosh, would either be my pumpkin bars that I make or Carmelitos. Those are yummy. Very yummy. Here's a controversial question. Do you enjoy pumpkin carving? It's either you love it or you hate it. I'm a hate it kind of person. I don't like feeling the goop out of a pumpkin. I'm just not into that. I haven't had pumpkin seeds in a long time. I have been eating walnuts this week. That has been my nut of choice because they're good for your brain, and I'm all about eating brain foods. Do you know you're supposed to eat the things that are shaped like your body parts? Like walnuts are good for your brain, and tomatoes are good for your heart. Avocados are great if you have anything going on with your uterus. I did not know that. I knew about the tomatoes, but I didn't know about the avocados or even the walnuts. Carrots are good for your eyes, yes. Well, I can in a when you cut a carrot, you can see where the pupil would be, so I can get it. There was something else I saw. Was it celery is good for your kidneys? Is your kidney shaped like a celery? Like a little lima bean, maybe? I don't know. Kidney beans, duh. Celery is good for something. I don't know. I know it's good for detoxing, but I love celery. But I like it very fresh where it's crisp, where you bite it off and it doesn't get stuck in your teeth. I think when you don't get it very fresh, it can get very stringy. That's just my opinion, though. I could be wrong on that too. I'm wrong on a lot of things. What's the most beautiful fall foliage you've seen? I would say our old tree that I was talking about earlier. I loved that tree. I wish we could have taken that tree with us. We would have had the only maple tree in our neighborhood. Well, maybe not the neighborhood, but on our street at least. Maybe I need to plant a maple tree. Oh, chicken and dumplings was something Joel loved. In fact, one of the boys love it too, and they know how to make it, so I'm surprised he hasn't done that. Excuse me. Ooh. I honestly don't know if they really would grow good in this area, though. I need to check that out. It was very odd that the one we had grew at all, honestly. Have you ever gone on a hayride? I have not. I guess I have, actually, when I was a kid. When I stayed at my dad's. I went trick or treating, and I remember we were on a hayride to do that. Pine trees are fun. They get so tall, and they're very bendy when it's windy. Very bendy. I don't know if you guys can hear that noise in the background. If you can, I'm sorry. One of the boys left his door open because the cat was in there when he left to go to work, and he left his TV on. Do you like to decorate your home for fall? I used to, and I would love to, but again, it's getting these boys to get up in the attic and get it. I need to get my daughter too, and she's here the next time. She'll get up there and get it for me. And she'll probably even help me decorate because that was our thing. I love to decorate for autumn, not for Halloween, but for autumn. I bought a new wreath last year and it fell, and one of the pumpkins broke on it. I was so mad. What is your favorite type of apple? I really like Honeycrisp apples. If you've never had them, I suggest you to try them because they're absolutely yummy. They're crisp like the Red Delicious, but they're sweeter and they're juicier and they're not as mealy. To me, Red Delicious get kind of mealy. These are very crisp. I guess that's where they get part of their name from. Are you a fan of Halloween? Why or why not? I go back and forth on this every year, honestly. And now that I don't have young kids, I'm really not very fond of it. I will usually buy candy for the kids that come knocking on the door, but since the pandemic, we haven't had very many trick-or-treaters. I expected last year to be really busy, but it really wasn't. We had so much candy left over that this year I don't know if I'm going to buy any. But then I don't want to be that one house that doesn't participate, you know? I love seeing the costumes too, especially the non-scary ones. The kids are always cute and sweet. Oh, well, we're kind of in the country, but we're in a neighborhood, so everyone can go door to door. In fact, there's probably at one point there was 250 homes, but they added to it. So now I think it's up to 400 maybe in just our neighborhood. So that's a lot of houses. That's a lot of kids, you would imagine. But then you have people who still live here whose kids aren't in the school district anymore. What is your ideal fall date? I know that I used to always go with the kids. We'd go watch whatever Halloween movie had come out. This is as they got older. When I first met my husband, I would dress up and we would go to a local dance club. And that was a Halloween tradition for several years. But as far as a date, I don't know. Nothing special, I guess. But if you have to think of autumn, maybe a hike would be nice on a nice cool day. Whenever that is. We had a couple cool days, but now we're back up in the 80s. In fact, right now it's 86. So that's not very cool if you ask me. Of course, it's cooler than it was, but have you ever made your own Halloween costume? Well, yes, I have. Thanksgiving is fun. Do you have any scary stories to share? I do not. Thank goodness. I guess the scariest thing that's ever happened to me actually was a blessing. And I really think it was the hand of God that touched my head. But I was driving home from church one Wednesday night, and I had been praying because me and my husband had been trying to have kids, and it wasn't working. So I had prayed, okay, that's fine. I had prayed that God would heal me and that in his due time that I would have a baby. And I literally felt a hand touch my head. So much so that I pulled over and looked to make sure nobody was in the car with me. And it wasn't long after that that I actually got pregnant with my daughter. So that's not scary to me. That's kind of uplifting. But are you a fan of corn mazes? Personally, I've never been to one. I'd love to go to one, but I've never been to one. Do you enjoy baking fall-themed treats? Absolutely. I make some very tasty pumpkin bars. They're actually on this channel. I will go back and link up all these videos that I'm talking about. I better make myself a note. Of the ones I was talking about. Absolutely. It was a touch of the master's hand. Scared me, but that's fine. No worries. I bet. But the good thing is it's Friday, so maybe they'll be back on Monday. What's your favorite fall scent or candle? That's a loaded question. A fall scent I think of is always the smell of leaves um, on the ground and bonfires. But as far as a candle, is the Bath and Body Works leaves is actually my favorite, next to the uh, apple something. Yum. Bath and Body Works used to make a brown sugar vanilla. I don't know if they still do, but that was always a yummy scent. What's your preferred way to stay warm in the fall? Mine was always a hoodie. I wore my hoodie from the time I woke up until I went to bed. Or at least till I took a shower. Now my preferred way to stay warm is under a blanket. In a cozy home in front of the fireplace. Definitely. I love our fireplace. Do you like to watch horror movies in October? Not really. The kids do, but it's just not my cup of tea. I don't like being scared. Have you ever hosted a Halloween party? No. I wanted to host a fall get together, but not a Halloween party. I really wanted to host a fall themed get together with our friends. Where the kids could still carve pumpkins and I don't know. I would love to go to a corn maze with my friends. That would be fun. What is your favorite fall comfort food? I'm laughing because I know what my husband would say. Mine is chili. I love chili. I used to hate chili. I couldn't stand it until I got pregnant with the twins, and then chili became my favorite instantly. I don't know why, but it did, and I still love chili. Chicken and dumplings we used to always have year round, and roast we had year round. So I don't consider those autumn foods personally, but chili, I'm not allowed to eat it unless it's cold outside. Now I guess since he's not here, I can eat it when I want to, and I have. But it's not the boys' favorite, so I don't get it very often. But I love chili. Are you a fan of Oktoberfest celebrations? I've never been to Oktoberfest, but there is an Oktoberfest in Houston that is big and huge. I want to say I remember bits and pieces of one when I was younger. I don't know, but I love all the clothes they wear. I don't know what to call it. Oktoberfest clothes, vintage. I don't know. I like turkey on Thanksgiving. That's the only time I ever have turkey, really. Ground turkey every now and then, but I have turkey sandwiches all the time. But as far as turkey, cooking a turkey, we only do it on Thanksgiving. Christmas, we always do a ham. The boys are trying to talk, or one of the boys is trying to talk me into having steaks, but not for Christmas. Can't break tradition quite yet. Have you ever tried making your own apple pies from scratch? Yeah, I know, right? He loves cooking steaks, though. He's quite the cook. I'm very impressed by how well he's done. He even made one of my favorite dishes that he did not like last night for dinner, so I was very thankful for that. I have never made an apple pie from scratch because nobody in my house likes apple pie. So I don't mind a fried apple pie here and there, but the crust isn't hard. But I have not made an apple pie. I would love to make an apple crumble pie with a crumble topping. I think that would be yummy instead of a double crust pie. What's your opinion on daylight savings time ending in the fall? Which that is in a couple weeks, just so y'all know. 2 weeks from now. Is it 2 weeks or 3? I think it's 3. Let's see. It's 3. In case you do not know, you need to turn the clock back an hour on November 5th or November 4th before you go to bed. No? Do you don't like to bake? Or you just never really tried it? I honestly have not paid attention. I don't know when it starts getting dark. I know it should start earlier now. I honestly love time change. I don't know. I guess because I've always known it. So it's normal for me. As it is for you guys. But I love that extra hour in the fall. And I don't mind losing an hour in the springtime because it's lighter later. And by springtime, I'm usually ready to be outside a lot later. So in the fall, it kind of brought everyone in a little earlier. It was nice. Because we had the rules like everybody else. You know, when the street lights come on, you need to come home. So it's always good for the kids to know when to come home. Of course, everyone was usually over here, so I had to send everyone else's kids home. Do you prefer cozy sweaters or flannel shirts in the fall? I love sweaters. I love big, thick, cushy sweaters, even though it doesn't usually get cold enough for them here. I think this winter we're going to have a cold winter, though. I don't really own any flannel shirts. My husband has plenty. I could wear his, I guess. But I have tons of sweaters. What's your go-to fall book or author? I love Debbie Macomber. She is one of my favorite authors. I'm starting to read a book that I was supposed to read last month by Melissa. Let me look. I'll look it up. See, Debbie Macomber has a new Christmas book coming out called Forever Under the Mistletoe. I cannot wait to get that. A Cup of Autumn is by Melissa McClone. On the back, the blurb says he thought he had the perfect plan. When the elite university professor, Keaton Andrews, walks into a meeting with the dean, he expects to hear that his tenure application is on track. Instead, his beloved department is cut. Regrouping in Silver Falls with the family seems like the best option. One morning, he takes a risk and orders a pumpkin spice latte from a beautiful barista at the local coffee shop. Too bad she doesn't seem to find him nearly as intriguing as he finds her. Rain Hanover is no longer swayed by a charming smile, especially by a nerdy and distractingly handsome academic. She's taking a break from romance and focusing on running her increasingly busy coffee shop. But when Rain is involuntarily put in charge of organizing the town's Halloween bash, Keaton jumps in to help, and it's not long before sparks and kisses fly. As the leaves begin to fall, Rain wonders if she should risk taking another chance on happily ever after, especially with a man who has his dreams and goals so far away from Silver Falls and her. So I thought that was a fun read, and I can't wait to read it, honestly. If for some reason that book sounds interesting to you, there's the link to find it. Alice in Wonderland. I've not read that book in forever. Forever. I can't wait until KJ is just older to want to read those kind of things with me. Right now, she's into really short books, but that's just because her attention span is so little. Because she's so little. Have you ever attended a fall festival? Yes, I have. Our neighborhood, not our neighborhood, but our little town has one every year. Every year. What is your favorite fall sound? Ooh. I love to hear leaves dancing in the street with the breeze of a cold wind rushing through. And I love to hear the wind howling in the fireplace. I don't know why, because I'm inside, I guess. And I know that I'm warm. But I love whenever the temperature switches from hot to cold. Oh, I see. I have a hard time focusing on reading lately. That's my problem. That's why I have not read that book yet. I'll start it and then I put it down because I think of something else I want to do. Do you enjoy taking long walks in the crisp fall air? I do, or I did. That is my goal, is to get out there and walk around the block. I know that didn't seem like a lot to you, but to me, that would be a feat because I have not walked without this walker that far, and I would love to do that. I think I've gotten too comfortable with it. I think it's like a safety. In my head, I think I need it, and I don't. So I'm taking baby steps to leave it to the side. And of course, one of my sons freaks out, so it's okay. We'll get there. But I love taking long walks, whether it's hot outside or chilly outside or in between outside. I love walking. I remember I used to walk, 3 miles a day for a long time. Just walking nowhere. Literally. I mean, in my mind, I knew where I was going, but I really just walked around the block. And it was a very long block because I went 8 streets up and over and around and back. Yeah, it was very good for you. I know. It's good for your mind. Oh, walking clears your mind and To me, that's when God talks to me, is when my mind is clear. I can hear him. Sometimes he's loud enough for me to hear him above my mental chatter. Have you ever roasted marshmallows over a bonfire in the fall? I have in the summer, but not in the fall. In fact, I need to actually put in an order for some firewood for the fireplace. And we have a fire pit. I would like to go sit out there. And not right now, though. There's too many mosquitoes. That's the only thing about autumn is it seems to bring the mosquitoes out. I guess they know they're fixing to freeze or get out of here. But they're eating up while they can. What is your favorite type of Halloween candy? Thankfully, you can find it year round, but I love candy corn. I know some people think it's trash, but I love it. And the little mallow pumpkins. We used to have a neighbor that made popcorn balls. Do you like to watch football games in the fall? I'm going to say yes because it's been a part of my life for many years. And the boys playing from, 6th grade through high school, so through 12th grade. That was 7 years. 7 years of them playing football. And we love to watch football. I don't think we watched as much college ball as when my husband was around. Because he loved college ball more than NFL. Because he said they played better. And they did. They played to earn their right to play for the NFL. Once they get that money in their hands, they kind of don't play as well as they did in college. And they're older and probably more beat up. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm not a football player, but I'm not really a baseball fan. And as the Houston Astros are fighting for their place in the World Series, I root them on, but I don't watch them play. Baseball to me is so slow. It seems like an inning takes forever. I went to one Astros game when I was in 8th grade. So I was 13. And I remember that game being so boring and so long. And you're stuck there because your parents paid for your ticket. Football, to me at least, goes fast somewhat. It's still a 2.5 hour game usually, but baseball can be so long. So boring. Sorry, baseball fans. I know my son-in-law would probably want to punch me by now. Not meanly, obviously, but he loves to play softball, so Joel did too. Joel loved softball until he hurt himself. He sprained his ankle and tore ligaments in it, and ever since then, softball was not his friend. What's the most memorable fall vacation you've ever taken? We had never taken a vacation in the fall. Winter. Well, winter really doesn't start till December 21st? I think we came home on the 23rd. So that was a winter vacation. You'll have to wait to hear about that in the winter, I guess. It's been a long time since I've had a vacation myself. probably since 2013, maybe 2014. I think 2014. That I've actually gone somewhere, and it's still Texas. It was Fredericksburg on the hunting lease with my husband. Are you a fan of fall fashion trends? I am, as long as they're comfortable. Like, I love leggings and sweaters and cardigans. Those to me, I don't know if they're still trendy or not, but those are fall clothes that I love. Thanks for coming and hanging with me, Julie. I hope things go better for you. I appreciate you too. I have calf boots, but I don't have any even UGG boots. I own a knockoff pair of UGG slippers. There you go. As trendy as I'm getting. I'm not a big name brand kind of person. I will take a cheaper knockoff any day. This is a silly question, but have you ever made your own homemade soup in the fall? Yes. Everything from beef soup to stew to chicken and dumplings to gumbo. I've made it all. What's your favorite fall memory from childhood? I guess mine is the year that I went trick-or-treating at my dad's house. That's the one I really remember. I remember in school we dressed up, not for Halloween, but for Storybook Week. My mom had made me a lion from The Wizard of Oz. That costume was so comfortable, I slept in it. Have you ever gone on a ghost tour in the fall? Nope. That's fun. I've never been on a ghost tour in the fall. No way. Yes, I'm not about that. There's one person on TikTok that I watch, and she has a channel on YouTube. And the only reason I stopped, she was at a cemetery and had these balls out, and I guess just having ghosts touch them or whatever. I was kind of intrigued, but I didn't watch much. I can't watch a lot of that. It spooks me. I'm just a big kid, I guess. I don't like the feeling of fear, so. What is your favorite fall fruit? Fall fruit. When I think of fall fruits, I think apples. But I guess tangerines are fallish winter. Pumpkin is a fruit. It has seeds. Just like tomatoes is a fruit. It has seeds, even though we eat it as a vegetable. Do you enjoy picking and carving pumpkins? No, I don't. I already answered that. I don't like to do that. The carving is okay, but I just am not a big fan of the goopy stuff inside. Excuse me. Is Waldorf salad that Jello salad? Is it that green mold? You know, that circle kind. All I know is it called Jello salad. I'm not very fluent when it comes to food. Yes. Yes. My mom used to make it with lime jello and cream cheese with pecans and cherries and pineapple. It was yummy. But I would not want tomatoes in that at all. What is your favorite fall color palette? I am loving the orange with the turquoise this year. Even though I don't have any of that. Oh, I kind of do in my house. I have an orange pumpkin and a turquoise pumpkin here on my desk with the little harvest gnome. I'll have to take a picture of it and post it. It was tasty. Oh, don't forget cream. I like cream in with the orange and the turquoise. Do you like to take photos of fall foliage? I like to look at photos of fall foliage, but I don't take any because we don't have any. Here it's either you have an oak tree or pecan trees, and pecan trees lose everything, so they become very naked come October, November. Oh, we have pine trees too, I guess, depending on where you're at. And oak trees don't lose their leaves. Or very many of them, I should say. They do lose some because they grow. Everything prunes itself. What's your favorite fall song or music playlist? Oh my goodness. I don't have one, but it would have Jim Brickman on there if it did, because I love coffee house kind of instrumental kind of music. Have you ever volunteered for a fall charity event? No. I would love to host one, but I've never volunteered for one. Do you like to visit haunted houses in October? No way. No, thank you. Y'all can have all that fun you want. It's not for me. Excuse me. What's your preferred way to spend a rainy fall day? Mine is inside with a book and a cup of cocoa or coffee or tea. Maybe a movie and some popcorn, depending on what movie it is. Are you a fan of fall-themed craft projects? Absolutely. I love them. Have I done them? No. Do I want to? Maybe. I'm a little busy writing a book right now, so that's where all my creativity goes. I have an idea of something I want to create to sell, but I'm using all my creative juice right now writing this book, so I can't seem to do two creative things at one time. It doesn't work well. Have you ever attended a fall wedding? No. My niece got married in the fall, but I did not go to her wedding. Something else was going on that weekend. I have to be able to know that I can finish it. If I can finish it within a certain amount of time, I'm okay with it. I can stay focused. Wow. Like, as in last Friday? Excuse me. What's your favorite fall coffee shop order? That's easy for me. Oh, exciting. Congratulations. My favorite fall coffee shop order is a pumpkin spice latte. Yes, with a caramel drizzle on the side. Thank you very much. I like to be a little extra. Do you enjoy watching the leaves change color? Yes, I do. Even though they don't. But I do. What's your favorite fall themed movie? Oh, goodness. I don't have a clue either. I'm sure I could come up with something Hallmark if the titles would flash in front of me, but off the top of my head, no. Well, I guess maybe I love and still love to watch Charlie Brown Halloween. It's a great pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Have you ever participated in a fall 5K or a charity run? No. I did, however, plan to do the turkey trot, but no one would do it with me, and I was too shy at the time to do it by myself. Okay, have a good time. You too. Do you like to visit pumpkin patches? I like to drive by them, but I don't like to really go and visit them. No. What is your favorite fall-inspired poem or quote? My favorite quote is from Lacey Maud Montgomery, Anne of Green Gables. I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers. Where there are Octobers. That's hard to say. Are you a fan of stargazing on cool autumn nights? Yes, absolutely. I am actually going to stop it right there, and we will pick up with the last half next week. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video or live, and I will check you guys in tomorrow's video. If you like these fun Friday chats, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you're watching it on replay, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Might be going crazy, I don't know what to do. My heart is screaming for you, babe. And what I'm trying to say is that you make the sky look blue, even when it is gray, babe. Every time I'm feeling down, you can make it go away. Your light is shining bright on me, got no reason to be afraid. You're glowing in the dark. You're glowing in the dark, glowing in the dark. I feel it in my heart. You're glowing in the dark, glowing in the dark. Yeah, you're glowing in the dark. You can make it go away. looking at you, you're like a firefly. Guide me out of the woods now. Oh, I think I lost my way.
Don't forget,
but got
if
to
you
help me
really want
back.
these questions and you want to do the tag with me, go ahead and send me an email, let me know, or message me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll send it over to you.
Your light is shining bright on me. Got no reason to be afraid. You're glowing in the dark. You're glowing in the dark. Glowing in the dark. I feel it in my heart. You're glowing in the dark. Glowing in the dark. Yeah, you're glowing in the dark. You're glowing in the dark. You're glowing in the dark. Glowing in the dark. Glowing in my heart. You're glowing in the dark. Glowing in the dark. Yeah, you're glowing in the dark. You can make it go away. Glowing in the dark. You can make it go away. You're glowing in the dark.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.